Hello friends, in this video we will see how to solve an MCQ based question paper, especially how to solve preliminary examination question paper. And this 5-stage process or the 5-stage methodology that we are going to describe in this video, if we are able to apply in prelims, we would be able to get a better score, and you will understand that you can apply this methodology for any MCQ based question paper. You can apply it for CAT, ZAT or RBA, SBA or any other paper as well. But once we see this video, the next part will be about the analysis of why some people are getting low score in the test series that they have enrolled, because this low score that we are getting in these test series can be very demoralizing, and it can cause a lot of low self confidence among the aspirants to actually attempt a prelims examination better. But when we go through the methodology and understand the reasons for our low score, you will be able to get a better score in the test series that you are going to write now, and you will be able to perform better in our preliminary examination as well. So let us go into the video. So the 5 stages to solve an MCQ based question paper or an UPSC prelims question paper. So my name is Sivaraj Rajendran, and I have attempted this exam or UPSC exam for 9 times. In that I have managed to write 8 mains with 6 interviews. So before going into the video, we have to note 2 facts. One is that UPSC GS prelims paper 1 is a 100 question paper or a 100 question MCQ based question paper. And you have to also know that it is a 2-hour exam. So we have to solve 100 questions in 2 hours. So the first stage, see, in any exam you have to know that the examination paper, if it is a 100 question paper examination, the question will definitely have easy questions, tough questions, and something around logical medium questions. What I have observed in UPSC is that every question paper that I've attempted, or every question, you can go back and check the question paper, every question paper will have 30 easy question or 25 to 30. 25, let us assume I am taking a higher margin, 30, but the question paper can have 25 as well. So it is our duty to solve these question papers, and without solving that we cannot clear this exam. But how do we do that? Means in the first 45 minutes. So if you see these easy questions, whichever I am describing, this may not be in the first 30 questions, or this may not be in the middle, or this may not be in the end. The examiner or the UPSC examination is not that easy to actually generalize like that. But how they do it is that they will actually have these easy questions distributed all across the question paper from 1 to 100. Maybe the 100th question can be an easy question, or the 50th question can be an easy question, and the first question can be an easy question as well. So it is our duty to find these 30 easy questions. This is based on the analysis which I have done in preliminary examination. It varies from exam to exam, but 25 to 30 definite easy questions will be in this preliminary examination, and in the first 45 minutes. So whenever you go inside the examination hall, immediately start looking for these easy questions. And if you see the next stage, this is the next stage. The next stage is that, see, many actually I have found what they do is that they actually mark the answer in the paper and they do not mark it in the OMR sheet. I have seen many in the examination hall, actually in the last minute they start marking, and the whole problem of marking becomes a problem. And I have even seen some people crying in the last minute and asking for 5 more extra minutes so that they can mark it in the OMR sheet. You should not go into all these problems. So what you have to do is that, see, in the first 45 minutes you are able to identify these 30 questions. You have actually gone through the from first question to 100 questions, and you have identified all the 30 questions. So it is your duty to mark these 30 questions. And you should next see this. Next point is that when you are going through the question paper, when you are able to understand and identify the easy questions, immediately you will be able to identify the 15 to 10 difficult questions. As I said, UPSC has 30 easy questions. It also has relatively maybe 10 questions. I am putting it in a higher number, 15, but 10 questions, let us assume, are tough or difficult. So when you are going through these papers, in the first 45 minutes you would have identified the easy questions, and you should have marked them, and you should have identified the 10 difficult questions as well. And if you see, once in the 45 minutes, when I am, this is how I solve these papers. Once after the 45 minutes is over, I will look back in the OMR sheet and I will be very confident, because 30 questions are in my in my cutoff. So for example, the previous video, please, anyone has not seen the previous video, please go through the video. I would have said that you should have 15 net. 15 net means 100 marks. So in that 100 marks or a 15 net based preliminary examination question paper, I have achieved 30 easy questions, that is 60 marks. I need only maybe in the sense 20 more questions, that is 40 more marks. I'll be able to clear the examination very easily. And for doing that, I have 60 more questions. For clearing 20 more questions net, I have 60 more questions, which people say is difficult, but it is not difficult. It is very, very logical. And UPSC question paper, or this is where the examination comes. And this is the most important part of UPSC Civil Services examination, prelims examination. And this is where whether you are a serious aspirant, or you are an IAS, IPS, or you are a future IAS, IPS, will be decided in this part, because this is the logical part. See, easy questions everyone can solve, in a sense that easy questions are common for everyone. This is where you distinguish yourself as an officer. This is where people say that you actually many guess or take guesses, or சும்மா அப்படியே எழுதிட்டேன், அப்படியே ஆன்சர் வந்து I just marked it, அப்படியே I did those questions and it got clear. No, it does not happen that way. In the there are many other examinations where you can actually take a guess. For example, TNPSC examination is there, where you can there is no negative marking, and you can easily take a guess for any question. Last minute, if you have not marked any question, you can just mark and come. But UPSC Civil Service is not like that. Here you cannot just mark anything. Here you have to analyze and assess and take a proper decision for marking these questions. So in the first 45 minutes you actually have these now for example, see this, so 45, so 1.5, so 1.145. So I said 2 hours examination. In that, 1.45 minutes has passed, and you have marked 30 questions or 30 easy questions, and you have identified the 10 tough questions. So you have left the 10, let us assume left the 10 questions. That is how I will approach this exam. And in that 1 hour which I have said, I will mark these 60 logical questions. This is where, for example, I come to A and B, and I mark whether it is A or B. I will have a confusion. But we have to, for clearing this exam, we have to approach these logical questions as well. So but 15 minutes are left now, so 10 minutes, so now 15 more minutes are left. In the fourth stage, you have to, now this is the fast thing, next 10 minutes what you have to see is that you have to check through the whole paper. You should see that, because sometime what happens is that we would have marked something very easy, let us assume very easy question, I would have marked in the question paper, but I would not mark in the OMR sheet. Sometimes it does happen. So last 10 minutes you have to check randomly fast you have to check. You have to be very thorough whether you have marked or you have gone through all the questions, and you have not left even a single question that you have marked in the question paper. And the last stage is, for example, last 5 minutes. This is what I do. Last 5 minutes I check the things which I have left. For example, in this discussion you would have found that 10 difficult question. I would have actually left those 10 difficult question, and I would see through the paper if I am able to write those 10 difficult questions also. But mostly I would mark around 85 to 90 questions. So this is the average number of questions I do mark, and this is the methodology. For example, if you are able to divide the time period into all these 5 stages, and if you are able to solve these things accordingly, you will be able to get better scores. And now we will see why, for example, you are not able to get better scores in your test series. The thing is that the methodology that we have discussed, you have to apply it in each preliminary examination, or even in test series. For example, if you are applying that logic only, we will be able to get better scores. The reason, for example, many have asked this question as to they are not getting good scores in test series is that there are many reasons for that. And think about it, whether you have applied that logic in the examination or test series that you are writing. And but the other reasons are, for example, see, that is the point. First thing is that we actually, when we are writing these test series, most of the people don't take it seriously. Maybe they will write for 1 hour, 1.5 hours I have seen, or maybe 50 minutes. I have seen many actually writing the tests and solving that once, and actually giving the OMR sheet and going away. But the point is that this has 5 stages. That is what I am trying to say. The preliminary examination or any MCQ based question paper will have these 5 stages. So you have to see each stage. If you please, you can go again and check the 5 stages. You see if you have gone through all the 5 stages in your test series as well. And you should understand that what I am describing, or the 5 stages, is easier in a paper pen format. That is, in a preliminary examination actually it will be easy, but when you are solving through mobile or laptop, I have found this. For example, I have written CAT exam or this SBI, RBI. It will be a computer based exam. In that I have found it difficult. So solving those questions or going through all the 100 questions in a paper format. For example, the first time I have written CAT in 2008, I wrote CAT examination, which is for the MBA entrance examination. It was in a paper format, paper pen format. I actually found it easier. The next year they changed it into a laptop based or a computer based model, and it was difficult for me. I can agree to that. But UPSC is still a paper pen format, and in that paper pen format, following these 5 stages will actually help you. Even for example, CAT examination or anything you are solving in mobile or laptop also, you have to have maybe you cannot actually browse through all the papers at one go. Maybe you should have a proper methodology, going through all the questions one, and then solving the easier question, then the logical question, then checking if you have solved every other questions as well. You have to do that in laptop as well. But most of the time what we do is that in laptop we don't do all these things, or I have found many solving through mobile, and not all. I have done it through, and hence, for example, I have scored low in test series as well. I have done the same mistakes as well. And the third point is that, see, you should understand again, if the test series is very easy, everyone will say that this test series just like that, you go and write and we can get good scores. The name of the institute will come down. Okay, so having a moderately or a harder question paper will actually enable more students to get or join those institutes, and that is why sometimes the questions are, for example, the people from whom the questions are being or taken. So yaar and the question paper eduthu kudukranga, and if you see, they'll actually be more inclined to have a difficult question, so that they will have more opportunities for taking questions after this paper. And again, next point is that you have to accept it. You have not prepared it well. And yesterday, I think in the previous video we spoke, having taking institutes, or in institutes you are having 3 tests, 4 tests. See, prepare well and write the test. So how much ever is possible, you have to do that. Writing 4 5 tests, how it is possible, I do not know. First attempt, for example, somebody asked me, I am a first attempt, I whether I can write the tests and all, 3 4 tests. See, I am not saying if you are a first attempt you should not write tests. No, that is not what I am saying. You should write tests definitely, but you have to solve, or you have to prepare as well, right? So once you are prepared, you will be able to solve polity. Let us assume you are writing a polity test. You have to be prepared for polity. So first time you are writing, you have to be prepared very well. And how the method which I said was, have a test and prepare for that test, prepare the portion for that test, but don't prepare only the portion, also prepare the UPSC previous year question paper. So while you are preparing the portion, you are preparing the UPSC previous year question paper as well. And after the thing you have prepared, you will go write the test. And when you go write the test, you will get a higher score. This is the same for polity, economy, history, geography, environment, whatever test you are writing. So the fourth thing, you have to see whether you have prepared well. And the next is that you are not attempting, see, that is what, you are not attempting correct number of questions, or your number of, let us assume you are attempting only 50 questions, or you are attempting 60 questions. As we have discussed, it is a 100 question paper, where you have to get a score of 50 net, 100 marks. That is what we, in the previous video you would have seen, for clearing this cutoff you have to have a 15 net. So you have to have an appropriate number of questions attempted. And what is that appropriate number of questions? I would maybe next video, yes, next video is about how many questions there is. See, this is not a this is not a, that is what this is not, I keep hearing this fact that just like that I marked, just like that I marked, or இது ஒரு guesswork. This word, it is a guesswork. UPSC is not a guesswork. UPSC is a logical exam. And I will show you, it is a max statistics based exam. I will show you in the next wave. And the guesswork kadayadu, okay, just like that pass ஆறது kadayadu. Next video we will see how many number of questions if you attempt, it will be an appropriate thing. So I hope this video was useful for you. I hope you are preparing well for your prelims examination. I hope you will definitely use these techniques to clear this examination. So if you would like this video, please do like and share this video, and please do subscribe as well. So thank you.